G'day Shae, it's just Kyle here from Adelaide Vehicle Centre. We're just sitting in that 2014 Hilux SR that we were talking about. Going to run through the features of it, the condition of it. As I mentioned, there's probably a couple of things to talk about with the car that you should know about. So what we'll do, we'll start off down here. Got obviously the centre console, nice and deep, good for putting personal belongings in. Further forward, we've got your transmission. So pretty straightforward, just straight down to drive. You actually got a 5-speed in this, so D is for 5, then you can just bring it down through the gears itself, so 4, 3, 2, 1 if you need to. Say you're going full off-road and you need that power from keeping it in second gear or something like that, you've got that. You got your four-wheel drive selection here, so obviously you're driving high 2 all the time. Just bring it straight down, so we put it in neutral to do it, bring it straight down, put it into 4, so it's in 4-wheel drive now. You come over all the way up and we're in high range now, and you'll actually see on the dash, the traction light comes off, standard thing when you're in low range. So it's going to have really short gears, going to have lots of torque, going to be able to get you through to the rural areas and stuff that you've been talking about for your job. So just bring this back over, pop it back into park. Up here we've got Toyota features, so power heat. This basically raises your idle when the car's cold, so this is good for warming the car up quicker on a cold morning, also good for getting your heater going a little bit quicker, or in summer the aircon will cool down a bit quicker as well. So you start the car up, just bumps the idle up and speeds things up a little bit. So over here we've got USB input, can also double as charging your phone, and auxiliary input for playing your own music. Got your rear demister and traction control buttons, and as I mentioned yesterday, the car is actually fitted with a CB radio already. When we get out of the car, you'll see it's got an antenna on the front. Here we've got the ashtray in the centre. On each side, probably worth mentioning, you've got cup holders up the front here. They just pop down like that. There's one on the driver's side as well. Your aircon controls, pretty straightforward, easy to use. So obviously your temperature, your fan speed, and your modes. Aircon on and off, and then recirculate, and then just the outside air. Now with the head unit, it is actually touchscreen in the 2014 model. You can pair your phone up straight away. As you can see, it says select phone here. We just hit this. Probably not, maybe not like this. There you go. So you get through like that. Obviously there's a couple of phones paired up on there already. Get over to audio. You've got your different radio stations, so presets on here. Source, so you'll flick between your AM and FM radio. The auxiliary input we talked about before. If you've got a CD in, or you've got your USB plugged in, the other options will light up and come available as well. You've got Bluetooth audio, so you can play Bluetooth on your phone as well. Another handy thing with Bluetooth is the ability to answer the phone while driving. So make inbound, outbound phone calls without taking your hands off the wheel. It's the only way to do it legally in South Australia. I'm assuming it's the same in Alice Springs. So you got your button on the steering wheel over here, answer and hang up. Easy as, straightforward to use, really good feature to have. Besides that, you've got cruise control as well, probably worth mentioning. You live out, Alice Springs probably do quite long distances, so same Toyota stick they've used for probably like the last 20 years. Just click it in, flick it up and down to set your speeds, easy as. You've got your volume control on the steering wheel here as well, and your tracks, so you can skip through your stations or your CD tracks or whatever it might be. On the cluster, easy to use. Straightforward. Obviously you got your RPM, speed, and fuel gauge and temperature gauge, and we've got 69,977 Ks on the car as well. To the right, you won't be able to see, but we've got power mirrors on this car. We've got power windows, so these are SR features. If you're buying a workmate, you don't actually get power windows or power mirrors, so or you don't get cruise control as well, so that's probably worth mentioning. Now we'll jump out the car, we'll show you the condition of the outside under the bonnet. As we step out, I'll get Luke to show you the seats, driver's seat and passenger seat, so you can see there's no like tears or stains on them. We'll jump out now and we'll have a look. Now it is actually raining here today, so we're braving the weather a little bit out here to show you the car, but really wanted to do it for you. We've got bull bar I mentioned on the phone, so TJ and bull bar, just around $2.5 grand to fit a bull bar. And like I mentioned, all airbag compatible and stuff as well. Winch compatible, so if you buy a winch, it just goes in underneath this plate, which is handy as well. Got the CB radio aerial to the front of it. Again, you probably see a lot of those around where you are too. And I think I touched with you on the phone, we actually structurally guarantee all of our cars, so we guarantee they haven't been in an accident where the structural integrity is affected. So handy thing to note is like guard bolts, just bolt heads under the bonnet on the guard here and also under the bonnet itself. If these have got like strip marks from tool or something like that, it's a sign it's been off. Might have been an accident, might have been hail, something like that. Either way, probably not good. So we actually look out for that, as well as a comprehensive inspection underneath the car as well, make sure it's all good. So we'll pop around the rest of the car. As mentioned, I think the tyres need replacing, so we'll probably get onto that for you as well, should we go ahead with it. Move down the side of the car. Can't see any pin dents. I did have a look yesterday when I was on the phone to you. I think Luke just showed you that rear interior. We've got side steps fitted as well, which is handy. And tub liner. So you mentioned you didn't know what a tub liner was, or I tried to describe it to you. So basically underneath this, all this plastic is just painted metal. People put these in to protect the paint in the tub so it doesn't seem like it's worn as much. We'll come around the back. There is a dent worth mentioning, definitely, in the back of the tailgate here. I think I mentioned that to you on the phone yesterday. It's fitted with a tow bar as well. And just coming around the rest of the vehicle. So again, side steps down the side. Door cards are also in good shape. Sometimes you'll see in these work vehicles or four-wheel drives, like scuff marks, they put a bunch of boxes or tools in the back or whatever goes on, I don't know, but they scuff them up, and this one's not, so that's good. And again, drivers, so this super common thing that you'd see would be wear mark along here, which we don't have here. And also it's nice to see black vinyl on the floor rather than grey, so it's a bit of a cleaner look with the black seats as well. I think that just about sums it up. Yeah, Shae, I hope that gives you a better idea of the condition of our car and the features it's got. Probably give you a little bit more info about the Hilux itself. I know you weren't too familiar with it. So we'll send this off to you, have a look at it. If it looks like something you enjoy, we'll work something out. Thanks, mate.